very warm welcome to you wherever you are watching us from. My name is Abdrazak Ali and this is an English edition of Dalsan TV. We have a lot lined up for you, but first, let's have a look at some of the stories that are making headlines here in Somalia. Victims of SYL terror attack flown to Turkey for treatment. UAE creating new elite unit of 3,000 in East Africa. ATMIS Burundi contingent and Somali security forces conduct joint patrols. And Prime Minister Barre inspects headquarters of NISA following Al-Shabaab attack. Now, welcome back. 19 people, including government officials who were critically injured following the recent Al-Shabaab attack at SYL Hotel, have been airlifted to Istanbul, the capital of Turkey. The 19 people, including the officials of the federal government of Somalia, were seen off at the airport by the president of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, among other officials. Somalia President Dr. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, along with ministers, MPs, and senior government officials, saw off 19 people who were injured in the SYL hotel attack near the presidential palace in Mogadishu at the Aden Adda International Airport on Sunday. The Somali Minister of Health, Dr. Ali Haji Aden, said that the injured patients are being taken to Turkey for medical treatment. Al-Shabaab militant group attacked the hotel, which is popular with government officials and politicians, on Thursday night in an attack that began with a car bomb explosion before fighters stormed the premises on foot. Police spokesperson in a press conference said 3 people were killed and 27 others injured in the attack. Among those injured included Somali government spokesperson Farhan Jimale, who is among the 19 people who were flown to Turkey for medical treatment. President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud and Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre separately visited injured victims of the attack at Erdogan Hospital in Mogadishu on Friday. Al-Shabaab claimed responsibility for the 13-hour-long siege at the hotel. The group often targets government officials, security forces, and clerics loyal to the government, and has been waging war to destabilize the Horn of African nation since 2006. Now, the United Arab Emirates is allegedly constructing a new elite military unit, according to global defense analyst Intelligence Online. The force, expected to consist of at least 3,000 troops, foreign recruits, aims to bolster the UAE's military capabilities. Our reporter has more on this. The United Arab Emirates UAE is allegedly constructing a new elite military unit, according to global defense analyst Intelligence Online. This force, expected to consist of at least 3,000 foreign recruits, aims to bolster the UAE's military capabilities. Led by former French Special Forces officer, recruitment for this new unit is scheduled to take place between mid-2024 and 2025. Managed by Abu Dhabi-based company, the recruitment process offers well-paid positions to young men, signifying a notable shift in the UAE's defense strategy. The force, dubbed the Emirati Foreign Legion, is reportedly intended for deployment in Yemen and Somalia, where the UAE has vested interest but faces significant security challenges. The UAE's engagement in East Africa has long been cornerstone for its foreign policy, encompassing military and economic endeavors. From training Somali soldiers to establishing military bases and undertaking extensive humanitarian and infrastructure projects, the UAE has been an active participant in the region. Analysts suggest that the establishment of the Emirati Foreign Legion aligns with the UAE's broader objective of projecting power and countering threats in the region, particularly from Iran-allied groups like the Houthi movement in Yemen and terrorist functions such as Al-Shabaab in Somalia. However, the UAE's presence and actions have stirred controversy, as its military operations and alliances have sometimes clashed with the interests of traditional allies and local sovereignty. Recent scrutiny has focused on UAE's support for Sudanese paramilitary group, the Rapid Support Forces (RSF), in its conflict with the Sudanese army. Despite vehement denials from the UAE, a leaked UN report indicated credible evidence of the Gulf country providing military support to the RSF multiple times per week in Amjaras in northern Chad. The establishment of the Emirati Foreign Legion raises broader questions about the evolving nature of international military cooperation and private military contracting. The UAE's government direct recruitment of foreign soldiers for an indefinite period introduces new dynamics into international defense relationship and mercenary practices, challenging existing norms and regulations. The Prime Minister of the federal government of Somalia, that is Mr. Hamza Abdi Barre, conducted an inspection at the headquarters of the National Intelligence and Security Agency following the Al-Shabaab attack on Thursday evening. The Premier met with the Director of the National Intelligence and Security Agency, Mr. Mahad Salad. Our reporter has more on this.
Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre conducted an inspection of the National Intelligence and Security Agency, NISA, headquarters in Mogadishu on Saturday. The visit came a day after President Mohamud's inspection, underscoring the government's commitment to addressing security concerns. During the visit, the Prime Minister was briefed by the Interim Minister of Internal Security, the Police Commissioner, and the Director of NISA on the country's security situation, with a particular focus on the attack near the Presidential Palace. Prime Minister Barre emphasized the urgency for the security agencies to maintain a high level of vigilance and ensure the safety of the nation against potential Al-Shabaab threats. He urged them to remain alert and proactive in countering such attacks, which aim to disrupt stability and endanger the lives of the Somali people. The police have reported that the siege at the SYL hotel resulted in the unfortunate loss of 3 government soldiers, while 27 others, including 18 civilians and 3 lawmakers, sustained injuries. The SYL hotel, a favored destination for government officials, witnessed a prolonged assault, highlighting the audacity of the extremist group's operations.
Now moving on to our next story, the African Union Transition Mission, that is ATMIS, Burundi National Defense Forces, BNDF troops stationed at El Gelo FOB and Somali security forces conducted intensified joint operations in Balad district in Hirshabelle state.
African Union Transition Mission in Somalia, ATMIS, Burundi National Defense Forces BNDF troops stationed at El Gelo FOB and Somali Security Forces, SSF, conducted intensified joint patrols in Bolkad district, Hirshabelle state. The patrols were meant to enhance security in the area and prevent Al-Shabaab attacks against civilians during this Holy of Ramadan. The operation led by Burundi Contingent Commander Major Tokaruti Minatieri and Somali Security Forces Captain Hossan Ali also secured the Johar-Mogadishu main supply route Bemesar in Middle Shabelle. ATMIS peacekeepers troops and Somali security forces recently stepped up activities and operations against Al-Shabaab militant group in efforts aimed at ensuring local residents observe Ramadan without any hitches. The Burundi troops and Somali Security Forces commandant pledged to continue enhancing and heightening security patrols in a bid to get rid of Al-Shabaab from the area under their jurisdiction and forestall peace and stability.
Well, that story of ATMIS brings us to the end of this bulletin. Till we meet again, we wish you a lovely evening. Keep watching Dalsan TV for more news updates. Have a lovely evening.